So the landscape of the Marvel Cinematic Universe seems to be changing more rapidly in the last 2 years than the 8 years that preceded. And of course, things aren't going to slow down anytime soon, and they're just going to get, I guess, here before we really know it, right? With the whole acquisition of Fox coming sometime mid-2019, things are going to get even more interesting going on from there, with the introduction of characters like Silver Surfer, Dr. Doom, the Fantastic Four, of course the X-Men all joining the fray. So it's going to be rather interesting to see how plans have changed from what the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe would have been without these characters to what it's going to be with these characters. Recently, the directors of Infinity War, Joe and Anthony Russo, got to sit down and really talk about the next phase of Marvel. Now, of course, the phases, for those of you that might be new, and I always know there's a couple of you, that's kind of the films that define this one section of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, the first films leading up to the first Avengers, that's Phase 1. Iron Man 3 leading up to Ant-Man, that's Phase 2. Everything after Ant-Man is Phase 3, ending with Avengers 4. So we're at this weird, kind of, I guess, future where we really know less about anything that's coming out in these phases, and they really talk about what it's going to be. Specifically, Joe Russo, when he was asked about how different it's going to be, he said, and I quote, "I think massively different. I think that this is if Marvel has been writing a book for 10 years. It's the end of a book, and someone else is going to write a new book." So you kind of get exactly what he's saying right then and there. You know, it's a new chapter for Marvel, really. I mean, you can only hang on to so many of these actors for so long and keep their movies going. And granted, some of them are probably going to appear in other movies, like cameos, or maybe an extended role or something like that, but you really have to keep changing these franchises around before they get stale or people get sick of them. And I think the best example to look at is the competition. And then you kind of just look back at Marvel, you go, okay, so new franchises are coming in, new things are getting invented all the time, and new characters and rights are going to be theirs. It's only, I guess, kind of acceptable that we all understand that, yeah, things are going to change and it's going to be a different universe moving forward. And within this universe, things are going to be different than what we're used to. And some people might not like that, but many people will just naturally move there from the sheer fact of that's how the universe is built, kind of to carry us to these next franchises. So honestly, as much as I'm like, you know, about this whole concept, I'm far and away excited way more by it because it's the unknown.